welcome y'all to another episode of A Side of Rice. I'm Taiwan, and this is my wife Tanya,
Hello.
and we're going to talk to you guys today about
Who in a relationship has the right to the materials once you guys split up? Some women think they're entitled to it. Some men think they're entitled to it. So we just gonna come today and tap into that because I've had clients ask me, or telling me that, hey, when we split, I'm taking majority of the stuff. He can survive, I guess, so to speak. So, hey, look, you guys, go ahead and before we get started, I really want you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, okay, to this channel so that way you don't miss any content, and go ahead and hit the notification bell while you're at it. But let's just go ahead and get right into it. Honestly, I think it depends upon the situation. I don't feel that the woman should all the way be entitled to take everything and leave the man with absolutely nothing, especially if it was a relationship in which both parties had a hand in building. So if it was material stuff, like it was half of y'all's car, it was his car and your car, y'all co-signed on it, I don't feel that either party should have the right, unless there's multiple, to take the vehicle and claim it as theirs. I don't feel that a woman should just be able to pack up all the stuff because she's a stay-at-home wife. Yes, I believe that it should be split in the middle, like kind of like that Medea, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Did half. I think we're entitled to half. But if you're in a relationship, you can't just. What give you the right to just pack up all this man's stuff or all this woman's stuff and just say, hey, you know what? This mine, I'm taking it. You fend for yourself because I'm just angry. I don't think that that's how it should go. But some people feel that they should. What do you think?
I think that everything should be, if you share things and if you say like apply for loans and different things together to get stuff, I think that stuff probably should be split down the middle, especially if both of y'all have made payments on it and y'all both are using it. Then that kind of stuff should be split in the middle. But if it's like, if y'all, especially if y'all not married, if y'all just been living together, playing house basically, and that's what the old folks call it when you're not married and you shacking up. But if you're not married, especially, and then y'all break up after a year, 2 years, or some people even longer than that, then I think what you came with is what you leave with. And if you got some stuff while you was with that person, then whoever paid for it takes it. I don't believe that is fair, like how most of these people are doing it, or how some of these courts do it. I don't think that okay, you may have stayed at home, and I'm not specifying a man or a woman. I'm just like, because I know both have stayed at home while the other one had a good job and the other one worked while one stayed at home and held down the home front. That's fine. But I don't think that the person that stayed at home, deserves half. I just don't. You may have held down the home front or took care of the kids and whatnot, but there's people out there that work and still do that. You know what I'm saying? They more so deserve half, more so than the person who stays home and just is a housewife or a house husband. That person that's a homemaker, you don't deserve half. That's my opinion.
Well, I think you do deserve half. And the reason why is because if you're making it easier for the one who is out there working, so say you do cook, you do clean, you do tend to the kids, people get paid to do that stuff. Okay, childcare. There's childcare people who get paid to watch their kids. There are people, married maids and different. They get paid to clean your house. There are McDonald's and different restaurants, Burger King, IHOP, and
you were
Red
getting paid.
Lobster. Hold on.
That person was getting paid when they were doing it.
Hold on.
They were living for free.
Hold on, but it's not necessarily free because that's work. So it's still a form of work. I feel that, okay, people get paid by the hour to do that stuff. And so just because I stay at home and tend to the kids, and you go out and I should get half if we in this thing together, because my blood and my sweat and my tears running around or doing whatever, man or woman, picking up kids from that all that is still considered a job. And most people don't want to look at it like that. That's still a job. That's still time that you can't get back. So maybe you had a mutual agreement that one party is going to stay at home and do this stuff because some people stay at home because they don't want to pay childcare. Childcare, if the other parent or partner works, chances are they're just paying for the gas. They're paying for the gas and the daycare. Their check doesn't really equal.
Let's put it this way then. It's like, if you have a stay-at-home parent and the couple breaks up, then the stay-at-home parent now, they can no longer stay at home. They have to get out there and get a job. But me personally, I wouldn't want to keep continuing to pay for somebody that I'm not with, or to give that person half of something when they already got their half. Yeah, they were making things easier for me, but at the same rate, it's like you were getting things without having to work for it also. That was your pay at that time. But if we break up, or we separate, we move into two separate houses, why should I have to give you half or pay alimony when, especially if we both now have to share, the kids and take care of, both have our own houses now. That's not, to me, that's not fair. That person now needs to go get a job, and shouldn't have to rely on alimony or even getting half of the person that was working, getting half of whatever they have. It's like that person already was paying you half. You know what I'm saying? They're paying you half, maybe not in the form of a check, but they were paying half as far as, okay, I'm work, you stay at home, so anything you need or anything you want, I'll get it for you if I'm able to. And it's like you were getting it then. Now I understand everybody don't have that arrangement, but I don't agree with. And then you have some, like you said, you got some people that, especially, a lot of females, where they say, you know what, especially if the dude messes up, then it's like they're gonna take everything. I don't, even if they didn't buy it, and it's like, no. You take what you paid for. Like I said, Beyonce didn't even do that, or didn't. Beyonce turned around in her song, what's the name of that song? When she talk about to the left, everything you own in the box to the left, she separated his stuff and said, you need to go. She even called him a taxi. Say, you got, taxi outside waiting on you, and your stuff is right there in that box to the left. And you go ahead and, you take what's yours and leave my house. Now, that's a female saying that.
Now, that's different if you going together. I guess
they were going together. The way she was talking in the song?
Yeah, I'm saying they was going.
You must not know about me.
Yeah, I got it. Irreplaceable. But what I'm saying is, if I'm a stay-at-home wife or mom or girlfriend, and I didn't have, because there are some who want to work. There are some males who want to work, but the woman might make more money. Mm-hmm. Why should I be punished if you mess up? Why?
Well,
Why?
if
Why?
you
Why?
break up-
Why can't? Why
if
do?
you break
Why do
up,
I
then
have
now
to?
you can work.
Why do I have to go out of the relationship with what I just can't? So just my clothes. So none of this, the effort that I put in there deserves to be paid for. I mean, because like I said, there are people, and I'm going to give you all an example. Yeah, it's coming. Because see, I was that woman who, well, when we split up, I made sure I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be petty. Could I have took everything? Heck yeah, you was gonna come home. You could have came home to an empty house. But my thing was, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because he deserved to live too. But there are those women who will pack up every single thing because they was a stay-at-home wife or girlfriend, and they felt like maybe their man had the same thoughts as my husband had. Look, okay, I done took care of you, so I got to start all the way over from nothing, from absolutely nothing. Why can't I get some dishes, or why can't I get some forks and spoons, or whatever else? Like, they deserve at least half, even when you split half.
If y'all can come to an agreement, I know sometimes that's hard, especially when you're breaking up, because there's emotions involved, and a lot of times the emotions will take out it. When you emotional or when you in your feelings, a lot of times you don't want to ration with nobody. You don't want to ration with nobody. You don't want to look at what's fair and what's not fair. You don't want to look at all that because you're hurt by this person, or else you're mad at him. You know what I'm saying? So that part, it's I understand that part because it is hard. You should be able to sit down as adults. Some people actually have decent breakups where they both come to an understanding. It's like, you know what, this ain't working, and why don't we just go our separate ways, this and that, and very few can actually sit down and be like, you know what, okay, well, let's do this, and let's sit down like grown adults and figure out who gets what.
Now I have a question. What about kids? Because see, a lot of times, who take the kids? The women.
Mm-hmm.
So the women automatically feel like, if I got to start from rock bottom, if I went from a stay-at-home woman, and then like I said, there are dads out there who might have been in the same situation. There are single fathers out there. Something happened. Baby mom just was a cuckoo bird, and they had to raise the kids. Okay, but in that sense, when you got kids, you automatically need help, especially if you're the one who is taking the kids, because that person is used to going to work, you're used to staying at home. Now we got to figure this out. So it's easier for me, whom maybe I left the situation or the relationship, and you had a full-time job prior to that, so I'll take the kids. But guess what? I need this stuff with me. Now, should a woman be allowed to swipe the whole house empty? No, sis, that's going a little too far. Okay, you don't get to take every single thing.
Yeah, just being spiteful.
mean, like, come on,
take what you need. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta. I'm gonna take the toilet paper because
that's what I'm saying. Take what you need, and like I said, even if it was a breakup that maybe one of y'all didn't want, or maybe y'all feel like y'all failed, so be it. But you gotta be able to just like in anything else, you gotta be able to get out of your emotions. And I know it's easier said than done. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. I admit that. But you got, at some point, even if you need a mediator, at some point, y'all got to sit down right before move day, whoever is going to move, or even if both of y'all going to move, you got to be able to sit down and talk things out and be like, okay, look, this is what we're going to need over here. This is what we're going to need over here. Or, sometimes you got couples where one to take, like the dad might take the boys and mom might take the girls or something like that or whatever. Or y'all might have, partial, y'all both might have equal custody of the kids. Somebody keeps them half the year. or they might, but you got to be able to work it out. You got to. That's my thing. You got to be able to work it out. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to be able to work it out and be responsible adults about it. Because otherwise, doing stuff out of spite only makes the pain worse. It keeps. It's like throwing salt on the wound. No matter whose fault it was, you broke up. It's like throwing salt on the wound. So that's my thing. It's like, whatever case, whatever y'all come to. Whatever agreement you come to as far as who takes what, make sure y'all both agree with it and make sure it's done in a responsible, mature fashion.
What about the people who feel like they should get alimony? Okay, now I get the house, the car, and I need you to pay for my workout sessions. I need you to pay for so my gym memberships. I need you to pay for my shopping, my clothes shopping,
so
my child support.
You talk about like some of these celebrity breakups where, according to, you got to keep up your lifestyle, right?
Right.
I've heard that before.
What about them?
I don't think so.
Because
I don't think so.
Maybe, and the reason why I say that is because maybe they came in before you even hit your wealthy place. So y'all was in it to win it, And so what about them?
I'll tell you what, I can only speak from a person that's come from where I've come from, and I know this for sure. I know a person can survive off of $100 a week. That's $400 a month. I don't see no need to pay a female. I don't care how our lives have changed and our lifestyles have changed. It's like, I am not paying for your workout sessions. I'm not paying you thousands of dollars a month outside of child support. Now, this is not even child support. This is outside of child support. Paying for your way of life. I don't think so. Like we were saying about the woman, Dr. Dre's soon-to-be ex-wife.
Allegedly.
She ain't wrote ne'er, allegedly, she ain't wrote ne'er song. She ain't made no beat, but yet she won all this money from that divorce settlement. I don't think so. I'm with him. I'm with him on that. Not just because he's the man in the situation, but I'm with him on that situation because it's like, for the most part, and they know who they are, for the most part, all they did was sit up there and just be pretty and just be that trophy wife. You know what I'm saying? In those situations, when you're dealing with millions of dollars, a lot of times that's all they doing is being the trophy wife. They ain't even the ones taking care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? So they can't use that excuse. They hire somebody to watch the kids.
Well, they do got to pay for a nanny.
They still ain't taking care of the kids. They ain't. What kind of mother is that? You know what I'm saying? You hire a nanny to take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's outside of God's plan. Like, if you had them kids, you need to take care of those kids. Man and woman.
I do think some people need help.
Yeah.
Some people do need help. So a nanny is supposed to be like a child care provider. But I don't think she should be all the way doing
I can see help, but not doing the job all the way while you're out doing whatever. But like I said, that's no. In my opinion, and like I said, if I ever get to that wealthy place, then you already know. You hearing me now. It's like, if I ever get to that wealthy place, or when I get to that wealthy place, then I'm telling you now, if something was to happen, and I pray it doesn't, knock on wood, but if something was to happen, I'm not paying for your lifestyle. I will fight it. I will fight it because that to me, that's not fair. Like I said, we know what it's like to live off of $100, $200 a week. We know what it's like to do that. And God has blessed us to come up. You know what I'm saying? But if we had to go back, we know how we can survive. It's like, and if you had to go off on your own, you know what I'm saying? You know how to survive. You know how to survive and you know how to make it on your own.
I'll tell you what.
To me, that's not fair.
He said he wouldn't pay. Well, don't mess up, and you won't have to find out, how they win. But I do say, if the person messed up And my lifestyle has to change because you put me in this situation for our lifestyle. You can look sideways all you want to. For our lifestyle to change, guess what? I want my part. I want my cut. Because you messed it
Whatever
up.
I did to get us rich, then you better learn how to do it then.
Maybe we did it together.
Okay.
And if we did,
that's
together,
half. Then you can get out there on your own then. Keep up your lifestyle.
First off, why should that's the thing. Why should, if the person messed up, we built this thing together, why should the one party get everything and you get nothing?
Well, like I said, it's up for discussion because each situation is different. Each situation is different. Each situation is different. Each couple is different. So it would be up for discussion. I mean, you have to lay everything on the table. See what's what.
I'm laying mine on this YouTube table right now. We built this empire from the ground up. We started from the ground up together. I done been ride or die. You been ride or die. And something happened and we got to split up. I'm sorry, but I want half. I'm telling you now.
Well,
that's what it is.
Everybody has a right to their opinion. And that's what we're on here for, is, just to pose questions that that we've thought of or that we've heard somebody else, people asked, so. They
have asked us this question. Miss T, what would you do? And Miss T, number one, I got to pray about it. But number two,
That's first and foremost. I think you should just go ahead. In any situation, you always pray. Mm-hmm. You always seek God and seek His wisdom. And He will lead you in the right direction.
And don't do anything
past your emotions.
Out of anger.
So give us your opinion in the comments. Below. And like she said earlier, give us a like or subscribe. We're going to go ahead and cut it off. I'd like to hear y'all's opinions, though. And maybe we'll address it in a future episode.
But until next time, guys, of course, we're back here Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube at 8 o'clock p.m. So we'll see you next time. And until then, bye. Be blessed.
God bless.